Hey y'all, hey, hope all is well with you. I am Leslie of LesAnn Creations, coming to you again with another little bit of project. Okay, today's project is an upcycle. It's an upcycle of pair of capris I got from the thrift store. And once you see the why I decided to do this upcycle, you'll be like, you may laugh at me, but anyway. So I got these capris from the thrift store. They were, I probably paid $1 for them. It was one of them special days. The capris are more of a sweatshirt type of material, so it's a good weight to them. I had to, of course, start with deciding where I was going to cut off the capris. I did about 1 inch from the crotch straight across. My goal was to not lose as much of the material as possible because of the fact that it wasn't like it was a lot of material in the first place. So here you see me adjusting it, trying to find the best place to reduce the amount of crouch area. And so that's where I am actually pinning the crouch out without losing too much. I guess that's the word. I did realize afterwards I went in maybe another 1/2 inch in the front and back to make sure it was as straight as possible. Excuse me. I decided to use the rotary cutter to just cut off the seams. It was less time consuming doing it that way versus me actually picking out all the stitches from the serger, their application of how they put the pants together. So I got all of those cut off. That was easy. Like I said, the main goal was to not lose as much material as possible because I was working with minimum amount. I did end up pairing this skirt with another fabric. As you can see here, it is a burgundy jersey sweatshirt type of material. Now, the texture of one wasn't the same texture as the other, so I think it was a different type of sweatshirt material, but I could not verify or tell you which one. I just wanted to make this. I used clips to put this together. Clips was going to be the most time-saving way. The burgundy strip was about 2.5 to 3 inches wide. And I had to do them in strips anyway because I was working with minimal amount of fabric with the actual burgundy print as well as with the actual capris. Once I was done actually clipping everything together and sewing it, I ended up realizing that I still didn't have enough, or I wasn't going to end up with the fullness I wanted. So before I got too far, I actually, after sewing each piece together, serging them, I went on and actually cut the lengthwise and end up doubling the width. Now, I will tell you that each one of the panels of capris are not the same width throughout the entire piece because remember, I was trying not to lose fabric because I wanted a certain fullness. And I had to kind of makeshift it and kind of work with what I had. So it's uneven, but unless you're staring at it, you really don't know. I still love the skirt. Now, here I am clipping the panel that you've seen before, actually clipping it to the skirt. I wanted the skirt to end up at my knees, so I had to add another 2-inch panel to the bottom of, it's not the bottom of the skirt, but it was the bottom of the fitted portion of the skirt before the flounce was added. At first I did want to gather this, but it was just going to take too much, so I ended up clipping it and basically creating pleats within the flounce portion. It came out good as far as the finished product, but it did take a minute for me to kind of adjust it to a more relatively nice look of the pleats. Also, the other thing I did add to the skirt was I did add pocket to the very side, and I had to add that before I added the flounce because I wanted to sandwich the bottom portion of the pocket inside this flounce, so I didn't have to worry about that part. So I did stitch this portion on my Juki, which is an industrial machine. I've had it for several years. I love it. The main reason why I use my Juki before using the serger is to help with the placement of those pleats that I put in, because I was trying to be strategic and still have the fullness I was looking for. I didn't want them to shift. Even having clips in place, a lot of times you run through the problem of stuff shifting, and I just didn't want it to shift. So I actually did the entire circumference in the basting mode. Then I actually took it to my serger to smooth out the edges. Now, I do apologize for the lighting. It's a little crazy around here, but it still works. Okay. Make sure you like and subscribe, as well as make a comment or even turn on the notification so you don't miss my next project that I post. So here is the reveal of where I started from. See the fit, not fitting the way I would like. No. Got the little skirt, and I just wanted a little bit more, so I actually added another little bit of about 2 inches to the bottom, and it worked out perfectly. I love this skirt. Catch you next time. Deuces.